2024 was a slap on the face. Girl, just listen. If you don't start now, you're never gonna start. If you don't leave that toxic relationship behind today, you're never going to. Sacrifice the momentary pain for the long-term gain. No one is coming to save you. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be about 2025. So the way I view like New Year's or a new year is a time to track my progress and to see how much I've accomplished in 1 year. Did I accomplish the goals that I set for myself? How did I change or improve as a person? Look at your daily habits right now. What you're doing right now and the way you live your life is the way you are going to die and continue to live your life. Because if you keep telling yourself in the future this is going to change, I'm going to be a different person, but you keep saying it, you're not actually putting action behind it, there's no way you're gonna change. What steps are you taking every single day to become your dream person? Talking about our future plans and goals and the person we want to become, but not taking any action towards that in your daily routine is literally just fueling our ego and making us believe in this fantasy of a version of ourselves that exists, and we'll tap into that in the future. When you separate your future self from your present self, you are limiting yourself, most likely never gonna get there with that mindset. The more you live in reference to your future self, the less likely you're ever gonna get there, because you're like, that's me in the future, that's me one day, I will be that person one day. No, be that person right now. 2024 taught me lessons in such a harsh, like a wake-up call reality, and I know so many of us can relate to that. 2024 was a slap on the face. 2024 was traumatizing, and I never want to experience a 2024 again. Don't like the version that I was in 2024, and if you're watching this, you're probably relating to a certain degree. 2024 me, never coming alive, and no one is ever going to experience her, and the most important thing is, I never want to see her ever again. And it's like kind of bittersweet because it's so sad, the version that I was, but I never want to be like that ever again. I want to be the best version of myself, and I'm going to implement that and embody it today instead of pretending in the future one day I'm going to be the confident woman, one day I'm going to achieve my goals, one day I'm going to make as much money as I want. That starts today. And if you're watching this and you had a rough 2024, you lost your spark, just went through a lot of lessons, that was all for a reason. None of that is for a waste. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to teach you something to help you become better, to push you to become your best self, and to never repeat those mistakes again. And you have to make a promise to yourself right now, I am never going to allow myself to fall to the places I was in 2024. I'm never going to allow myself to make the same mistakes. I'm never going to allow the desperate version, the unconfident, low self-esteem version ever come back to life. And once I start to feel it, I'm gonna deal with it, and I'm not gonna allow anyone to see that ever again. Do you want to let that pain and suffering and all those lessons go to waste and be a loser and not grow after everything you went through? Or do you want to rise above and make it all worth something? Your 2024 self is going to look at your 2025 self, and she's going to be so proud that you found your strength and that you never gave up on yourself and you kept pushing despite not feeling like you could, despite wanting to give up. Girl, just listen. If you don't start now, you're never gonna start. If you don't leave that toxic relationship behind today, you're never going to. If you don't leave those friends alone, you're never going to be the person that you want to be. You're never going to find the people that are meant to be in your life. If you don't stop these toxic, self-deprecating actions today, most likely you're gonna live your life like that for the rest of your life. And I know you hate it, and I know you don't like it, and you feel weak, and you don't feel strong enough to cut that all off, but you have to force yourself to do it. You can't sit around and wait for a feeling to make you take action. In your weakest moments, that's when you find your strongest version of yourself. No one is going to give you the life that you want and the fulfillment that you want. It all comes from you. That's what 2024 has taught me, in all honesty. Get rid of all of these limiting beliefs and mindsets that you have and start changing your, oh my God, all of the limiting beliefs, all of the insecurities, everything holding you back. Get rid of them and find out where they're stemming from, and find out how deeply ingrained in you that they have been there for. Write them all down. Why do I believe I can't achieve this? Why do I believe I'm not capable of a loving, beautiful relationship? Why do I feel like I'm not capable of being around the people that genuinely see me for who I am? Why? I never felt like I was enough for people. Why? Because my childhood was like this? Okay. Then you realize that all of it is a facade. All of it is things that you taught yourself and you were socialized to believe. So much Muslim girls don't have this moment of like self-actualization where they realize it's you and God in this life. At the very end of the day, we are going to die alone. We're going to be in the grave alone, and it's going to be us, our deeds, and Allah. get up and start creating and living the life that you want, and start becoming the person you want to be. And the things that you don't like about yourself, change it. Why are you accepting less for yourself? Why are you living a life that you don't like? This is your life. These are your decisions. Yes, we can sit around and be like, my childhood was like this and I grew up poor and da 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 da, whatever. Everybody has their own version of a sob story, right? And I'm not saying this to invalidate you, but everyone has a version of their own sob story. But nobody cares because everybody has their own version. You need to get up and build a life for yourself that you actually want and make 2025 the year that you actually do that. Allah has the capability of making anything that you want come to life if He knows it's khair for you. So turn to Allah and ask Him to help you become the version of yourself that you want to be. And if you have this feeling in your heart that you want more for yourself, that you don't like the life that you're living, okay, trust that feeling. You want better for yourself? Trust that feeling. Allah instilled that within you. When you genuinely believe that you're worth making this amount of salary, having this person in your life, having these types of people in your life, having these experiences, then they will come into your life. But even if they try to come into your life and you don't believe that you're worthy of it, you will self-sabotage and you will push that all out of your life. Don't lose yourself trying to achieve and chase all your dreams and lose that connection with Allah along the way. Then you have achieved absolutely nothing. I don't care how much money you made and how successful you are and you're helping the ummah and whatever it is, but at the end of the day, you don't have that relationship with Allah. You're not worshiping Him in the way you're supposed to. You've accomplished nothing and you've lost everything. Something that I'm going to take into 2025 with me is I am going to be making monthly goals for myself. Financial goals, self-development, internal goals, and religious goals. And I am going to break that down every single month because I know where I want to be a year from now. Number 2, I'm going to track my daily progress. Doesn't mean that every single day I need to be doing a million things and burning myself out. No. We want to give ourselves rest and take care of our bodies and enjoy life. But I don't want to have this habit of all of a sudden days have gone by and I haven't been intentional with what I want to work towards, that I just got so caught up with school and work and all the things that I need to do. I didn't realize, oh, I'm not building my akhirah today. Oh, I'm not building the future that I want for myself today. Small, consistent steps. And really look at the hadith, because I think this hadith can teach us a lot, just like not just about religion, but about life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves these small, consistent deeds done daily over the one huge one that's done once. What can we learn from that? It's that consistency is so important for our growth, our spiritual growth, and genuinely consistency is important for every areas of our success. I did this the other night and I recommend a lot of girls do this. Sit down and write down, just without anything, like don't think about your financial situation, don't think about the people you have in your life and all your insecurities. Sit down and write, the woman that I envision and I want to be does, and start filling in the blanks. And like some of my examples were, the woman that I envision and want myself to be does not procrastinate. The vision and the woman I want to be does not push off hard things because they're hard. She does the hard work. The woman I want to be is confident and believes in herself and doesn't carry self-doubt with her everywhere she goes. The woman I want to be is capable and spends time learning and accomplishing her dreams. Even if right now you don't feel it, think, what would that girl do right now? She would act like this. What would the version of me that act in this moment, how would she respond to these people? How do I want the version of myself that I believe I'll be when I'm 30, when I'm 40, when I'm a mom and I'm married and I'm settled down and I just have everything figured out? First of all, that's not going to happen unless you start figuring it out today. But the version of yourself that you see in the future that is cool, calm, and collected and handles situations and just is a confident woman, that is not going to come out of nowhere. That is work. It takes time and effort to become that woman and lots of learning and tests. So in those moments when you don't feel like you're that woman yet, how would that woman react? And do that. And you start to embody and embrace that version of yourself that you want to be. Work on your self-esteem this year, because you'll realize how much you can change in your life when you work on your self-esteem. And once you make that shift of working on your self-esteem, it's not too long after that your life will change in ways you didn't believe it is, because you're changing internally. And once you change internally, your external will completely change. Once you make that internal change of I'm confident and worthy of so much more, the old version of yourself and the old habits and the old things in your life, they're not going to blend. It's like, here's me and my mindset and what I want, and here's the lifestyle I used to live. They can't. Something got to go up or down. Do you know what I mean? And once you're here and you make that decision, I'm not going back down, then the external will change and meet you at that level. Anyways, I think I can finish ranting now. Thank you guys for watching. Inshallah, you guys have the best 2025 and you unlock the best version of yourself and you just become that woman that you never thought you were capable of becoming. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment. Let's have a conversation in the comment section and follow my Instagram. See you guys.